Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts about religion and culture in the United States. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative true facts videos uninterrupted. Now, religion and culture in the United States. There are a significant number of people who hold religious beliefs in the United States. About 190 million as per religious affiliation. Beliefs vary. The Christians are there, Jews, Muslims, Buddhists, etc. are there. In 1963, law passed forbidding prayers in school, separation of church and state. Education system is still affected by religion. The diversity of religion has significance in US. A community's religious beliefs influence expectations of school curriculum. In South, S. Baptist, Church of Christ and Methodist face criticism on sex education, evolution and alternate lifestyles. Utah Mormons, as per them, religion is not taught. Holidays for religious services are granted. Elected officials are Mormons, so laws have Mormon influence. Inner city East Coast, religious vary, little impact on schools. Religion as a way of life in US. Religious beliefs play a very important role, may govern a person's way of life. Religions may affect decisions and lifestyles, answers to problems. By age of 5, a child knows their religious identity. It is important. By the age of 5, a child knows their religious identity. By age of 9, a child knows their religious practices and customs. Religious pluralism in the US. Numerous religious groups in US. Members of all religions play important roles in society. Discrimination against some religions. Goal, acceptance of each religion. Jewish synagogues, targets of hate crimes. Protestantism. Protestants make up 59% of the population. Diverse groups, Methodist, Church of Christ, Baptist, Orthodox, Presbyterian, on and on. Two very broad categories of Protestants are there, liberal and conservative. Liberal adapt a religion to correspond to modern world, that is science. According to liberal, rights of individuals to determine religious beliefs. Support social action program. Liberals support social action programs. Believes environmental effects a person's life and is hard to overcome. Includes United Church of Christ, Episcopalian, and some Methodist disciples of Christ, and conservative. Bible is the truth. According to conservative, Jesus will return in bodily form. Personal morality, not social justice. Conservative includes Church of Christ, Southern Baptist, Assembly of God. Subgroups are there, fundamentalists who are literal and inflexible in their religious beliefs. Catholicism, informed doctrines and patterns of worship, not a pluralistic denomination. Diocese may be liberal or conservative. Forms of Catholicism, Roman Catholics and New American Catholic that recognize the sting of the US environment. US Catholic Church is wealthiest Catholic church in the world. US Catholic Church is wealthiest Catholic church in the world. Private education systems, that is largest. Judaism, oldest religion known to man in US. Basics of Catholicism and Protestantism. 2% of the population is there. Jewish people impacted our world greatly, science, medicine, business, politics. Targets of hate, prejudice and discrimination. Holidays is Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Passover and Hanukkah. These are holidays of Judaism. I repeat this. Holidays of Judaism. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Passover and Hanukkah. Jewish religious symbols, a Star of David, and nine branched menorah is to celebrate Hanukkah. The seven branched menorah used in the temple. Menorah is the oldest symbol of the Jewish faith. Islam in the English. Islam means surrender to the will to God. This is one of the world's major religion. In US there are 6 million followers. Based on Quran, word of Prophet Muhammad. Two main groups of Muslims fighting over power, Sunni and Shia. Peoples who are Islamic or called Muslims. The majority of Muslims are immigrants who brought their religion from their home countries. Black Muslims originated in US. Well-known leaders Louis Farrakhan. Islamic house of worship are called mosques. Buddhism in US. Major world religion. About 7,80,000 followers in US. Buddhism, diversity in belief and practice due to geographical origin. Views of Buddhism. Negativity towards ordinary existence. Ordinary existence, that is suffering. Buddha provides way to escape ordinary existence. Believes and worship Buddha who reached the enlightenment. Other groups. Other religions includes Eastern Orthodox, 4 million in US. The Christian Scientists, less than 500,000. Unitarian Universalists. American Indians, 314 tribes. So religions vary in American Indian tribes. Jainism, estimated 4,000 in North America. Sikhism, estimated 9,000 in North America. Bahaism, 3 lakhs in US. And the New Age. Jainism, cults. Term cult associated with the brainwashing and suicide. Such cults are People's Temple, that Jim Jones, Branch Davidians, David Koresh, Heaven's Gate, that Marshall Applewhite. Religion and gender. Women's roles are rarely recognized. Catholic religion, no female priests are there in Catholic religion. Mormons, unable to obtain priesthood. Other major religions not willing to ordain women ministers. Church views supported by Bible. Women supposed to relinquish themselves to their husbands. Some groups more liberal in interpretations. Believes Adam and Eve were given equal domain. Religious practices can vary over into life. No control in religion, no control at home. Religion and homosexuality. Views based on interpretation of religious materials. Bible is not clear. Bible, according to some persons, Bible is perfectly clear. Can result in prejudice, discrimination or attacks. Conservative Christians, choice, sin, aids in punishment. Liberals, born homosexuals, only choice is to practice acceptance. Views of religious leaders impact views of members. Goal, respect all members of society regardless of differences. Religion and race. Religious beliefs impact views about race, biblical justification of slavery, anti-Semitic views. African American churches served as pulpit for civil rights movement. Segregation has been minimized as official practice. Segregation is now a choice. Society reflections of religious issues of race linger just as issue of gender. Where do our beliefs come from? Related to educational level, higher the education, greater reliance on scientific data, less literal belief of Bible. Related to class, lower income level, more literal in beliefs of Bible. They don't rely on science. Parents, ties to ethnic identity. Irish Catholic or Norwegian Lutherans. Area in which we live. Community could have diverse views or similar views. The religious right. Religion influenced laws. Protestants' morality challenged. Bias of people with different values. Roe v. Wade. Reinforcement of separation of church and state. New Christian right, that is religious right. Television ministries, school prayers, abortion, pornography, support for their political candidates, putting pressure on schools to uphold conservative values. Educational implications. Public schools should be free from any one religion. Religious influences affects decisions. Schools' prayers efforts to reinstate. Schools are expected to provide a basis for social morality, which values should be taught. Private schools for children for a specific reason, in order to help facilitate vouchers and tax credit would help pay for the cost of private schooling. Censorship, efforts to rid schools of objectionable materials. New teachers should seek advice to community climate. School prayer. In 1962 and 1963, the Supreme Court ruled that prayer in a school should be voluntary. This is a debate that is still continuing forever. It is still going. Religion can be described many ways and from many views. But when it comes to school and religion, we need to remember that not everyone has the same beliefs. Teaching tolerance and understanding to today's children will help build a united future. In my next video, I will give the details about this. Thanks.